Today, we're going to practice English in a slow and simple way. In this video, you'll hear 200 useful sentences for daily routines. These are sentences you can use every day, from morning to night. Listening, understanding, and practicing these sentences will help you become more confident in English. I will speak slowly and clearly, so you can follow along easily. You can repeat after me, write the sentences down, and practice saying them aloud. This will help you remember and use them in your daily life. Let's begin with your morning routines and slowly move through a full day. Listen carefully and practice with me. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I open my eyes slowly and stretch my arms. I get out of bed and put on my slippers. I walk to the bathroom and turn on the light. I look at myself in the mirror. I brush my teeth slowly and carefully. I wash my face with cold water. I use a towel to dry my face. I comb my hair in front of the mirror. I smile at myself. I go back to my room and make my bed. I fold the blanket and arrange the pillows. I open the window to let in some fresh air. I choose what clothes to wear today. I take off my pajamas and put on my clothes. I get ready to start the day. Now, let's practice together. Say these sentences with me. I wake up at 6 o'clock. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I comb my hair. I get dressed. Repeat these slowly and clearly. Practice makes progress. Now let's move on. I walk to the kitchen. I turn on the lights. I open the fridge. I take out the milk. I pour the milk into a glass. I put the milk back in the fridge. I open the cupboard. I take out a bowl and a spoon. I pour cereal into the bowl. I add the milk to the cereal. I sit at the table. I eat my breakfast slowly. I drink my milk. I finish eating and take my dishes to the sink. I wash my bowl and spoon. I wipe the table with a cloth. I feel full and ready for the day. Let's practice. I eat breakfast. I drink milk. I wash the dishes. I clean the table. Say these sentences again. Try to remember the order. First, I eat. Then I clean. Practicing with short sentences helps you speak naturally. Now, I pack my bag. I put my notebook in the bag. I add my pen and pencil. I check if I have everything. I wear my shoes. I tie my shoelaces. I put on my jacket. I take my bag and open the door. I step outside. The weather is nice today. I walk to the bus stop. I see other people waiting. I smile at them. I check the time. The bus is coming. I get on the bus. I find a seat and sit down. I look out the window. I listen to music on my phone. The ride is calm and peaceful. Now let's practice those sentences. I pack my bag. I wear my shoes. I go outside. I walk to the bus stop. I get on the bus. I sit down. I look out the window. Repeat slowly and clearly. These are useful sentences for school or work. I arrive at school. I walk to my classroom. I see my friends. I say hello to them. I sit at my desk. I open my notebook. I take out my pen. The teacher walks in. She greets the class. We all say good morning. The lesson begins. I listen to the teacher. I write notes in my notebook. I ask a question. The teacher answers my question. I understand the lesson. I smile and keep writing. Time passes slowly. I feel a little hungry. I wait for the break. Let's practice. I go to school. I say hello to my friends. I sit at my desk. I listen to the teacher. I write notes. I ask questions. Keep practicing and saying these out loud. Use them every day. The bell rings. It is break time. I stand up and stretch. I walk outside with my friends. We sit on a bench. We talk about many things. I open my lunchbox. I eat a sandwich. I drink some juice. We laugh and enjoy our break. The bell rings again. It's time to go back. I walk to my classroom. I sit down again. The next lesson starts. I listen and learn. I do some exercises. I write answers. I work with my classmates. I help my friend. The class ends. I feel happy. Let's practice. It is break time. I eat a sandwich. I talk with friends. I go back to class. I study. I help others. These are good sentences to use in school or with friends. School is over. I pack my bag. I stand up and walk out. I say goodbye to my friends. I leave the school building. I walk to the bus stop. I wait for the bus. The bus comes. I get on and sit down. I feel a little tired. I close my eyes for a moment. I listen to soft music. I get off the bus near my home. I walk home slowly. I open the door and step inside. I take off my shoes. I put my bag on the chair. I feel happy to be home. Let's practice together. School is over. I pack my bag. I get on the bus. I walk home. I take off my shoes. I feel happy. Say these slowly. Repeat to remember. Now I go to the kitchen. I drink a glass of water. I eat a snack. I sit on the sofa. I watch TV for a short time. I laugh at the show. I feel relaxed. Then I stand up. I go to my room. I change my clothes. I put on something comfortable. I take out my books. I start my homework. I write in my notebook. I read from my textbook. I look up new words. I use a dictionary. I try to understand everything. I finish my homework. I feel proud. Practice time. I eat a snack. I watch TV. I do my homework. I read my book. I use a dictionary. Say these sentences slowly. Repeat again and again. It will help you speak fluently. After finishing my homework, I take a short break. I stand up and stretch my body. I walk around the room for a few minutes. I look out of the window. The sky is turning orange. The sun is going down. It is evening time. I decide to help my family. I go to the kitchen. My mother is cooking dinner. I ask her if she needs help. She smiles and says yes. I wash the vegetables. I cut them carefully. I stir the soup with a spoon. I set the table for dinner. I place the plates and spoons. I bring the water jug. Everything is ready. The food smells so good. Now let's practice. I help in the kitchen. I wash vegetables. I set the table. I help my family. Say these sentences slowly. Repeat them aloud. This will help you use them naturally every day. Dinner time begins. My family sits at the table. We greet each other with smiles. I sit in my chair. I start eating slowly. The food is warm and delicious. We talk while eating. I listen to my parents. I ask them about their day. They ask me about school. We laugh and share stories. I drink water with my meal. I finish everything on my plate. I feel full and happy. After dinner, I help clean up. I clear the table. I wash the plates and glasses. I dry them and put them away. The kitchen is clean again. Let's practice these sentences. I eat dinner. I talk to my family. I clean the table. I wash the dishes. I help after dinner. These are good everyday sentences to remember. Repeat them clearly and slowly. After cleaning, I go to my room. I sit at my desk. I check my phone. I reply to messages. I read a few things online. Then I put my phone away. I pick up a storybook. I love reading stories. I read for 20 minutes. The story is interesting. I learn new words from the book. I stop reading and close the book. I feel calm and relaxed. Practice now. I check my phone. I read a book. I learn new words. I feel relaxed. Say these with me slowly. These simple actions help build your vocabulary. It is time to get ready for bed. I stand up and go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I use a towel to dry my face. I change into my pajamas. I turn off the main lights. I turn on a small lamp. I lie down in bed. I think about my day. I feel thankful for everything. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. I try to sleep. I slowly fall asleep. Let's say these bedtime sentences together. I brush my teeth. I change into pajamas. I lie in bed. I think about my day. I go to sleep. These help describe your night routine. Practice speaking them slowly. Now let's go over more practice with common routines. These examples will help you speak about daily life. Think about what you do every day. You can use these sentences in many situations. I usually wake up early. Sometimes I feel tired in the morning. I take a shower to feel fresh. I wear clean clothes. I have breakfast with my family. I take my lunchbox with me. I walk or take the bus to school. I attend my classes. I talk to my classmates. I ask questions in class. I enjoy learning new things. During lunch, I eat with friends. After school, I come home and rest. I sometimes play games. I often help my parents at home. In the evening, I watch TV or read. I do my homework regularly. I sleep at the same time every night. Let's repeat. I wake up early. I take a shower. I eat breakfast. I go to school. I do my homework. I sleep at night. These are basic and useful English sentences. Say them with me slowly. Try to imagine yourself doing each action as you say it. Let's try some variations now. I wake up at 7 a.m. I make my bed right away. I eat toast and eggs for breakfast. I drink a cup of tea. I brush my hair before leaving. I put on my shoes and grab my bag. I leave the house and lock the door. I walk to the bus stop and wait. The bus comes on time. I get on and greet the driver. I find a seat and relax. I get off near school. I enter my classroom and say good morning. I sit down and get ready to learn. Now say these with me. I make my bed. I eat toast. I brush my hair. I walk to the bus stop. I go to school. Repeat slowly and clearly. These sentence forms help you speak with confidence. Sometimes I ride my bicycle to school. I enjoy the fresh air. I pedal slowly and carefully. I stop at traffic lights. I follow the road signs. I wave at neighbors along the way. I park my bicycle near the school. I lock it safely. Then I walk to my class. This is a fun and healthy way to travel. Let's practice. I ride my bicycle. I stop at red lights. I park my bike. I walk to school. Repeat after me. These are great sentences for everyday use. After school, I often visit the library. I enter quietly. I look for a book I like. I check the shelves. I find a book and sit at a table. I read for some time. The library is quiet and peaceful. I return the book after reading. I leave the library and walk home. Practice with me. I go to the library. I find a book. I read quietly. I return the book. These actions are part of many people's routines. Say them clearly and slowly. Sometimes I help my younger brother with homework. He asks questions. I try to explain the answers. I help him understand difficult words. We sit together at the table. I check his writing. I encourage him to keep trying. He smiles when he understands. Helping others makes me feel good. Now repeat. I help my brother. I explain things. I sit with him. I check his work. I feel good. These sentences are simple and kind. Use them often. On weekends, my routine is different. I wake up later. I stretch in bed. I check my phone. I scroll through messages. I reply to my friends. I get up and go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth and take a shower. Then I have a big breakfast. I enjoy pancakes and juice. I feel happy because it's the weekend. Practice these weekend sentences. I wake up late. I check my phone. I eat pancakes. I enjoy my morning. These are fun and casual phrases to use. In the afternoon, I clean my room. I pick up my clothes from the floor. I fold clean clothes. I dust the furniture. I vacuum the carpet. I open the windows. I wipe the table. I throw away old papers. I organize my books. I feel proud of my clean room. Repeat slowly. I clean my room. I fold my clothes. I vacuum the carpet. I feel proud. Use these when talking about chores or routines. Sometimes I go shopping with my family. We make a shopping list. We go to the supermarket. We take a cart. We walk through the aisles. We pick vegetables and fruits. We buy bread, milk, and eggs. We check prices. We wait in line at the checkout. We pay and pack our bags. We load the bags into the car. Then we drive home. Let's practice. I go shopping. I buy groceries. I wait in line. I pack my bags. These sentences are helpful for everyday shopping situations. At home, I help put away the groceries. I place the milk in the fridge. I put the bread in the cupboard. I arrange the fruits in a bowl. I throw away the empty bags. I wash my hands after handling food. Then I sit down and relax. Now repeat. I put food away. I arrange fruits. I wash my hands. I sit down. These actions are part of home routines. Repeat to memorize. Sometimes I cook with my mother. She teaches me how to make simple meals. I wash the vegetables. I peel potatoes. I cut onions carefully. I stir the pot. I taste the soup. I add some salt. We cook together and talk. It is a nice moment. Let's practice. I cook with my mother. I peel potatoes. I stir the soup. I taste the food. These are great cooking-related sentences. Say them slowly. In the evening, I sometimes go for a walk. I wear my shoes. I take a water bottle. I lock the door. I walk around the neighborhood. I see people walking dogs. I hear birds singing. I feel the cool breeze. I take deep breaths. I enjoy the fresh air. I come back home after 30 minutes. Now repeat with me. I go for a walk. I wear my shoes. I enjoy fresh air. I come back home. These are nice to describe healthy habits. Sometimes I watch movies with my family. We choose a movie together. We prepare popcorn. We turn off the lights. We sit on the sofa. We start the movie. We laugh and enjoy the story. After the movie, we talk about our favorite parts. We clean up the room. It's a nice way to spend time together. Practice with me. I watch a movie. I eat popcorn. I enjoy the story. I talk with my family. These are fun and common activities. At night, I take time to relax. I dim the lights. I play soft music. I close my eyes. I think about happy things. I take deep breaths. I feel peaceful. I say goodnight to my parents. I go to my room. I lie in bed. I cover myself with a blanket. I feel warm and safe. I close my eyes and fall asleep. Now repeat. I relax at night. I play soft music. I lie in bed. I fall asleep. Use these for peaceful bedtime practice. Let's review a full day. I wake up in the morning. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. I go to school. I study and ask questions. I eat lunch. I return home. I do homework. I help at home. I eat dinner. I relax. I go to sleep. These sentences cover a full day's routine. Repeat them all and try to use them in your real life. Sometimes I talk to my grandparents. I visit their house on weekends. I greet them with a smile. I sit beside them and listen to their stories. They tell me about their childhood. I ask questions and they answer with joy. I feel happy when I talk to them. They give me advice and kind words. I help them if they need anything. I bring them water or help find their glasses. I enjoy their company. Spending time with family is special. Now let's practice. I visit my grandparents. I listen to their stories. I help them. I enjoy their company. Repeat these slowly. These sentences help you speak about your family time. Sometimes I play games with my friends. We meet at the park. We choose a game to play. We laugh and run around. We take turns and play fair. Sometimes we play football. Sometimes we play tag. After playing, we sit and talk. We drink water and rest. Then we say goodbye and go home. Playing with friends is fun and healthy. Practice time. I play with my friends. We run and laugh. We take turns. We rest and go home. These are great to talk about playtime. Speak them clearly and slowly. In the evening, I sometimes water the plants. I fill a watering can. I walk to the garden. I pour water near the roots. I touch the leaves gently. I look at the flowers. I remove dry leaves. I enjoy the fresh smell of nature. I watch the birds flying. I feel calm when I am in the garden. Now practice with me. I water the plants. I walk to the garden. I touch the leaves. I enjoy nature. These help you talk about outdoor routines. Use them often. Sometimes I go to the market with my mother. We walk through the busy streets. We see colorful shops. We check the vegetable stall. We pick fresh tomatoes, onions, and carrots. We talk to the shopkeeper. We ask about prices. We pay with cash. We carry the bags together. We stop at a bakery and buy some bread. Then we walk back home. Practice these useful sentences. I go to the market. I buy vegetables. I talk to the shopkeeper. I carry the bags. These are helpful in real-life shopping situations. On Sundays, I like to clean my study desk. I remove old papers. I throw away trash. I arrange my books in order. I place my pens and pencils in a holder. I wipe the table with a cloth. I feel better when my desk is clean. A tidy desk helps me study better. Say these slowly. I clean my desk. I arrange my books. I throw away trash. I feel better. These simple sentences can be used every week. Sometimes I help my parents wash the car. We take out the bucket and sponge. We fill the bucket with water. We rinse the car with a hose. We scrub the surface. We clean the windows. We wash the tires. We dry the car with a towel. We smile after the job is done. Repeat these. I wash the car. I fill the bucket. I scrub the surface. I dry the car. These are good for describing weekend chores. Every night before sleep, I plan for tomorrow. I check my school timetable. I put the right books in my bag. I check if my clothes are ready. I set an alarm on my phone. I think about what I will eat for breakfast. I write down anything important. Then I switch off my phone and relax. Let's practice. I check my timetable. I pack my bag. I set my alarm. I write reminders. These are great to talk about planning and organizing. Sometimes I take care of my pet. I have a small dog. In the morning, I feed him. I pour food into his bowl. He eats happily. I brush his fur. I take him for a walk. He runs and plays. I pick up after him. I give him water to drink. I play with him in the garden. At night, I say goodnight to him. Practice time. I feed my pet. I brush his fur. I walk my dog. I play with him. Talking about pets is common in conversation. When I feel tired, I take a short nap. I lie on my bed. I close my eyes. I set a timer for 30 minutes. I breathe slowly. After the nap, I feel fresh again. Napping helps me stay active. Now say these. I take a nap. I lie on my bed. I set a timer. I feel fresh. These are useful to describe rest time. Sometimes I help my younger sister with her drawing. She brings her color pencils. We sit at the table. She shows me her drawing. I praise her work. I help her color the sky blue and the sun yellow. I draw with her. We enjoy the activity together. Art is fun and creative. Practice these. I help with drawing. I color with pencils. I praise her work. We draw together. These sentences are good for family and creative time. Sometimes I go to the barber for a haircut. I sit on the chair. The barber covers me with a cloth. He cuts my hair carefully. I watch in the mirror. He trims the sides. He combs my hair. He shows me the result. I say thank you. I pay and leave the shop. Let's practice. I go to the barber. I sit on the chair. He cuts my hair. I say thank you. These are helpful for common situations like haircuts. Every day I say thank you and please. I use polite words. I greet my teachers. I smile at others. I say sorry if I make a mistake. These words are small but powerful. They show kindness and respect. I try to be polite every day. Repeat slowly. I say thank you. I say please. I smile. I say sorry. These are essential in every conversation. When I visit my relatives, I knock on the door. I greet them with respect. I remove my shoes before entering. I sit and talk with them. I ask how they are doing. I listen to their stories. I help serve snacks. I say goodbye when leaving. I thank them for their time. Practice. I visit relatives. I greet them. I remove my shoes. I say goodbye. These are useful, cultural, and polite routines. Sometimes, I visit a nearby temple or church with my family. We leave the house together, we dress neatly, and walk quietly. When we arrive, we enter respectfully. We light candles, or incense. We sit in silence for a while. We say prayers. We close our eyes and think good thoughts. We stay peaceful. We leave slowly and say goodbye to others. I feel calm and happy after visiting. Now practice. I visit the temple. I say prayers. I sit in silence. I feel peaceful. These are great for describing spiritual or calm moments. Sometimes I attend online classes. I turn on my laptop. I check my internet connection. I open the meeting link. I join the class. I listen to the teacher. I take notes. I ask questions. When I don't understand, I stay focused. After class, I review what I learned. I close my laptop and rest. Let's practice. I join the class. I take notes. I ask questions. I review my lessons. These are common in the modern learning environment. Sometimes, I take care of my clothes. I put dirty clothes in the laundry basket. I help with washing. I pour detergent. I press the start button. After washing, I hang the clothes to dry. I fold them when dry. I place them neatly in the wardrobe. I feel responsible when I help. Now repeat slowly. I wash my clothes. I hang them to dry. I fold them. I feel responsible. Use these for describing household tasks. On rainy days, my routine changes. I wake up and hear the rain. I look outside. I see drops falling from the sky. I wear a raincoat. I carry an umbrella. I walk carefully. I avoid puddles. I stay dry and warm. I enjoy watching the rain from the window. Practice time. I hear the rain. I wear a raincoat. I carry an umbrella. I stay dry. These are helpful for weather-related conversations. Sometimes, I read the newspaper. I sit at the table in the morning. I turn the pages slowly. I read the headlines. I check the weather report. I look at the cartoon section. I read an article about health. I fold the paper when done. I share it with my father. Practice. I read the newspaper. I check the weather. I read the headlines. I fold the paper. These help when talking about daily habits. Sometimes, I visit a friend's house. I call them first. I take a gift or snack. I greet their parents politely. We sit in the living room. We talk and laugh. We listen to music. We share stories. Sometimes, we play board games. I thank them before leaving. I say goodbye with a smile. Practice slowly. I visit my friend. I bring a snack. We talk and laugh. I say goodbye. These are great for describing social visits. On special days, I help decorate the house. I hang lights and balloons. I clean the corners. I set the table nicely. I arrange flowers. I help cook snacks. I play music. I welcome guests. I smile and greet everyone. I feel excited on special occasions. Now practice with me. I decorate the house. I set the table. I greet guests. I feel excited. These are used on birthdays, holidays, and family events. Sometimes, I take a walk after dinner. I put on comfortable shoes. I walk outside. I see the moon and stars. I walk slowly and breathe deeply. I think about my day I hear insects and the sound of leaves. I walk for 20 minutes, return home, and drink water. I feel calm and ready for bed. Repeat. I walk after dinner. I see the stars. I breathe deeply. I feel calm. These are peaceful, daily routines. I often organize my school bag. I take out old papers. I sharpen my pencils. I check my notebooks. I keep my books in order. I place my ID card in my bag. I zip the bag and put it by the door. This helps me feel prepared for the next day. Practice now. I organize my bag. I sharpen pencils. I check my books. I feel prepared. These sentences help you speak about school routines. Sometimes I draw in my sketchbook. I sit at my desk. I take a pencil and eraser. I draw animals or trees. I color with crayons. I take my time. I enjoy the process. I show the drawing to my family. They smile and encourage me. Practice with me. I draw in my book. I use crayons. I take my time. I show my drawing. These help describe creative activities. Sometimes I listen to English songs. I put on my earphones. I search for songs online. I press play. I listen to the words carefully. I try to sing along. I learn new words. I enjoy the rhythm and beat. I feel happy when I understand the lyrics. Now repeat. I listen to music. I sing along. I learn words. I feel happy. These are excellent for English practice and fun. I also practice speaking English daily. I read out loud. I record my voice. I listen to the recording. I correct my mistakes. I practice short sentences. I talk to my mirror. I speak slowly and clearly. I feel more confident each day. Practice now. I read aloud. I record my voice. I correct mistakes. I feel confident. These are great for language improvement. Sometimes I make a to-do list. I write my tasks for the day. I list homework and chores. I write reminders. I check off tasks after doing them. This helps me stay organized and focused. I keep my list on my table. Repeat. I make a to-do list. I write reminders. I check tasks. I stay organized. These are practical, daily expressions. Sometimes I watch the news with my family. We sit on the sofa. We turn on the TV. We listen to the news anchor. We watch reports about the world. We talk about the stories. We discuss events. We turn off the TV. After watching, practice. I watch the news. I listen carefully. I talk about events. I turn off the TV. These sentences are great for sharing thoughts. Sometimes I write in my diary. I take my notebook. I sit in a quiet place. I write about my day. I write what made me happy. I also write what made me sad. I write about things I learned. I write about my feelings. Writing helps me understand myself. I keep my diary in a drawer. Now practice. I write in my diary. I write about my day. I write my feelings. I keep it in a drawer. These sentences help describe personal routines. Sometimes I bake with my mother. We gather ingredients. We preheat the oven. We mix flour, sugar, and eggs. We pour the mixture into a pan. We place it in the oven. We wait and watch it bake. We take it out and let it cool. We cut and serve the cake. We eat it with tea. Practice. I bake with my mom. I mix ingredients. I wait for the cake. I serve it with tea. These are great for describing home activities. Sometimes I ride my bicycle. I wear my helmet. I check the tires. I ride on the road carefully. I follow traffic rules. I stop at red lights. I enjoy the breeze. I see trees and cars. I wave at neighbors. I park my bike safely. Now repeat, I ride my bicycle. I wear a helmet. I follow rules. I park my bike. These help in talking about travel and safety. Every week I call my cousin. I dial the number. I wait for them to answer. We talk about school. We share jokes. We talk about movies. We give each other advice. We end the call with laughter. I feel connected even if we are far. Practice now. I call my cousin. We share jokes. We give advice. I feel connected. These are helpful for communication topics. Sometimes I visit the library. I carry my library card. I walk through quiet aisles. I choose a book to read. I sit at a table. I read in silence. I write notes. I borrow the book. I return it on time. Libraries are peaceful places. Practice, I visit the library. I choose a book. I read quietly. I return the book. These are useful for education-related conversations. Sometimes I help in the kitchen. I chop vegetables. I stir the soup. I set the plates. I pour water in glasses. I bring napkins. I taste the food. I learn recipes. I clean up afterward. Helping in the kitchen is fun. Now practice. I help in the kitchen. I chop vegetables. I set the table. I clean up. These are perfect for home routines. Sometimes I go shopping with my father. We make a list. We go to the store. We take a cart. We check the items. We compare prices. We choose the best products. We pay at the counter. We carry bags to the car. We drive home. Repeat, I go shopping. I take a cart. I compare prices. I carry bags. These are useful for daily conversations. I enjoy going to the playground. I see children playing. I go on the swing. I slide down the slide. I play in the sand. I run around. I laugh with others. I drink water after playing. I thank my parents for bringing me. Practice. I go to the playground. I play on the swing. I run around. I thank my parents. These help you talk about outdoor fun. Sometimes I help my sister with homework. I sit beside her. I read the questions. I explain slowly. I help her understand. I give examples. I check her answers. I smile when she learns. I tell her she did well. Now repeat, I help with homework. I explain slowly. I give examples. I check her work. These are great for family support topics. Sometimes I visit a doctor. I book an appointment. I wait in the waiting room. I greet the doctor. I describe my symptoms. The doctor listens. The doctor checks me. I get medicine. I follow the advice. I rest and feel better. Practice time. I visit the doctor. I describe my symptoms. I get medicine. I rest and recover. These are very useful in health situations. I also enjoy cleaning my room. I fold my clothes. I dust the shelves. I sweep the floor. I change the bedsheet. I organize my books. I throw away trash. I open the window for fresh air. A clean room makes me happy. Now repeat. I clean my room. I fold clothes. I dust the shelves. I feel happy. These are part of everyday home routines. Sometimes I celebrate festivals. I help decorate the house. I wear new clothes. I eat special food. I meet family and friends. We light candles. We pray together. We take pictures. We laugh and enjoy the day. Practice. I celebrate festivals. I wear new clothes. I meet family. I enjoy the day. These are useful for cultural discussions. I often brush my teeth twice a day. I take my toothbrush. I apply toothpaste. I brush up and down. I rinse my mouth. I clean my tongue. I feel fresh. I put the brush back in its place. Repeat, I brush my teeth. I rinse my mouth. I feel fresh. These are basic but important. Sometimes I paint pictures. I set my colors. I take a brush. I paint flowers and animals. I mix colors. I focus on the shapes. I enjoy every stroke. I show my painting to my family. They clap and smile. Practice time. I paint pictures. I use colors. I show my work. My family smiles. These help describe creative hobbies. Sometimes I visit the zoo. I buy a ticket. I see lions and elephants. I walk from cage to cage. I read about the animals. I take photos. I eat snacks. I sit and rest. I say goodbye to the animals. Repeat, I visit the zoo. I see animals. I read about them. I take photos. These help describe fun trips. Sometimes I water the plants in the garden. I take a watering can. I fill it with water. I walk to the garden. I water each plant slowly. I talk to the plants. I check their leaves. I remove dry leaves. I feel happy to care for nature. Plants need love and care. Practice with me. I water the plants. I check the leaves. I talk to them. I feel happy. These are great for describing small daily acts of care. Sometimes I go to the post office. I carry a letter. I wait in line. I talk to the clerk. I buy a stamp. I stick the stamp on the envelope. I drop the letter in the mailbox. I keep the receipt. I walk back home calmly. Now practice. I go to the post office. I buy a stamp. I send a letter. I walk back home. These are useful when talking about basic errands. Sometimes I help my mother make tea. I boil water. I add tea leaves. I pour milk. I add sugar. I stir with a spoon. I wait until it boils. I turn off the stove. I pour tea into cups. I serve tea with a smile. Repeat, I make tea. I add sugar. I pour into cups. I serve with a smile. These are nice for describing kitchen routines. Sometimes I fix things at home. I use glue to fix broken items. I tighten screws with a screwdriver. I replace batteries. I clean small parts. I test if the item works again. I feel proud when I fix something. Practice time. I fix things. I use glue. I test the item. I feel proud. These are helpful for home repairs and small tasks. Sometimes I help my grandparents. I sit beside them. I listen to their stories. I bring them water. I help them walk. I speak slowly and clearly. I smile at them. I give them their medicine. I feel happy to help. Repeat after me. I help my grandparents. I listen to stories. I bring water. I feel happy. These help with family support conversations. Sometimes I feed a pet. I take a bowl. I pour pet food. I call the pet. I place the bowl down. I watch it eat. I stroke its back. I clean the bowl later. I play with the pet. I enjoy the moment. Practice now. I feed my pet. I call it. I play with it. I clean the bowl. These are great for describing pet care. Sometimes I use the computer. I turn it on. I type my password. I open a program. I type a document. I save my work. I search on the internet. I watch a video. I turn it off when done. Repeat, I use the computer. I open a file. I type a document. I turn it off. These are essential for technology tasks. Sometimes I help decorate a birthday party. I hang balloons. I place chairs. I wrap gifts. I put up a banner. I help set up lights. I arrange snacks. I welcome the guests. I enjoy the party. Practice now. I hang balloons. I wrap gifts. I greet guests. I enjoy the party. These are great for festive events. Sometimes I eat lunch with my classmates. We sit together. We open our lunch boxes. We share food. We talk and laugh. We eat slowly. We drink water. We clean the table after eating. We thank each other. Repeat, I eat with friends. I share food. I clean the table. I thank my friends. These are useful for school and social talks. Sometimes I pack my school bag. I check my timetable. I put in books and notebooks. I add my pencil box. I pack my lunch. I zip the bag. I place it near the door. I feel ready for the day. Practice, I pack my bag. I check my books. I zip the bag. I feel ready. These are common daily routines. Sometimes I visit a fair. I see colorful stalls. I eat cotton candy. I play games. I win prizes. I see a magic show. I ride the Ferris wheel. I buy small toys. I return home tired but happy. Repeat, I visit a fair. I eat candy. I play games. I feel happy. These are useful for talking about fun events. Sometimes I practice writing English. I open my notebook. I copy new words. I write simple sentences. I check my spelling. I try again if I make a mistake. I read my sentences aloud. I feel my English is improving. Practice time. I write English. I check spelling. I read aloud. I improve slowly. These are good for English learning habits. Sometimes I go on a picnic. I pack a basket. I carry a mat. I go with family or friends. We eat under a tree. We play games. We enjoy nature. We take photos. We laugh and relax. Now practice, I pack a basket. I eat outdoors. I take photos. I relax with friends. These are fun daily routine sentences. Sometimes I attend family functions. I dress nicely. I greet relatives. I eat tasty food. I take photos. I sit with cousins. I listen to elders. I dance if music plays. I say goodbye before leaving. Repeat, I attend a function. I greet relatives. I eat food. I say goodbye. These sentences are good for talking about gatherings. Sometimes I visit the beach. I walk on the sand. I collect shells. I build sandcastles. I watch the waves. I eat ice cream. I wear sunglasses. I enjoy the sea breeze. I take many pictures. Practice, I visit the beach. I build sandcastles. I eat ice cream. I enjoy the breeze. These are fun and useful for vacation talks. Sometimes I get ready for an exam. I read my notes. I revise chapters. I solve questions. I practice writing answers. I sleep early. I wake up fresh. I carry my ID card. I reach the center on time. Repeat, I revise notes. I practice questions. I sleep early. I feel ready. These are good for education topics. Sometimes I play with my younger brother. I bring toys. We play with blocks. We draw pictures. We laugh together. I teach him new words. We clean up after play. We hug at the end. Practice time, I play with my brother. We draw. We clean up. We hug. These are lovely sentences for family life. Sometimes I go to the dentist. I make an appointment. I sit in the waiting room. I read a magazine. The dentist calls my name. I sit in the chair. The dentist checks my teeth. I open my mouth. I follow instructions. I get advice to brush well. I thank the dentist and go home. Now practice. I go to the dentist. I sit in the chair. I open my mouth. I get advice. These sentences help you talk about health routines. Sometimes I go to a bookshop. I walk around the shelves. I look at the covers. I pick up books and read a page. I ask the shopkeeper for suggestions. I buy 1 or 2 books. I pay at the counter. I carry the books in a bag. I read them at home. Repeat. I go to the bookshop. I buy a book. I carry it home. I read at home. These are helpful for talking about hobbies. Sometimes I help clean the car. I bring a bucket of water. I use a sponge. I wash the windows. I clean the seats. I vacuum the inside. I dry the car with a cloth. I feel proud to help my family. Practice with me. I clean the car. I wash the windows. I vacuum inside. I feel proud. These sentences describe helping at home. Sometimes I listen to music. I put on my headphones. I choose a song. I close my eyes. I tap my feet. I enjoy the rhythm. I sing along. I feel relaxed and happy. Repeat, I listen to music. I choose a song. I sing along. I feel happy. These are good for talking about relaxing moments. Sometimes I go to the park in the evening. I walk with my parents. I see other people. I wave at friends. I sit on a bench. I watch children play. I feel the breeze. I enjoy the sunset. I walk back home. Practice, I go to the park. I sit on a bench. I enjoy the breeze. I walk back home. These sentences are perfect for evening routines. Sometimes I practice meditation. I sit in a quiet place. I close my eyes. I breathe in slowly. I breathe out slowly. I keep my mind calm. I listen to soft sounds. I sit silently for a few minutes. I feel peaceful afterward. Repeat after me. I sit quietly. I breathe slowly. I feel calm. I feel peaceful. These are useful for talking about mental health and calm routines. Sometimes I go to the barber. I wait for my turn. I sit in the chair. The barber covers me with a cloth. The barber cuts my hair. I look in the mirror. I smile if I like the cut. I pay and say thank you. Now practice. I go to the barber. I sit in the chair. I get a haircut. I say thank you. These are helpful when talking about grooming. Sometimes I plan my next day. I write tasks in a notebook. I think about what to do first. I check what I need. I pack my bag. I set my alarm. I sleep early. Planning helps me feel ready. Repeat, I plan my day. I write tasks. I set my alarm. I feel ready. These are great for building useful habits. Sometimes I call my teacher. I ask for help. I speak politely. I listen to advice. I thank the teacher. I feel more confident. Teachers help us grow. Practice time. I call my teacher. I ask questions. I listen. I feel confident. These sentences are good for respectful learning. Sometimes I help my dad in the garden. I dig the soil. I plant seeds. I pour water. I pull out weeds. I learn about plants. I watch them grow. I feel proud to see the flowers bloom. Repeat, I dig the soil. I plant seeds. I water the plants. I feel proud. These help you speak about gardening and learning from nature. Now let's go over a few more practice sentences you can try on your own. I wake up at 6 a.m. I brush my teeth slowly. I eat breakfast with my family. I leave for school at 8. I return home in the afternoon. I do my homework. I take some rest. I help in the kitchen. I talk to my family. I go to sleep at 10 p.m. One more time, now try to say it like a short story. I wake up early every day. I brush my teeth and take a bath. I eat breakfast with my parents. After that, I go to school. I learn many new things in class. I come home in the afternoon. I eat lunch and do my homework. Then I take some rest. I help in the kitchen and play with my brother. I talk to my family and go to sleep by 10. That's it for today's English practice. Remember, the best way to improve is to use English daily. Keep listening, speaking, reading, and writing in English every day. Thank you for learning with me today. I'm Mia, and I'll see you again soon. Keep practicing and keep smiling.